Hello, my name is Rob Barton,
And my name is Michael Fujiwara.
and today we're going to give you a demonstration of a powerful new capability in APIC-EM called EasyQoS, and in particular, how it can be used to deploy a comprehensive QoS policy to your Cisco Wireless LAN Controller. APIC-EM is a central tool that automates the deployment of policies across the entire network. And the policy we're going to focus on today is a real-time application policy that follows Cisco best practice recommendations of QoS, and we're going to push it to the wireless LAN controller. Now, QoS is one of the most commonly deployed applications or capabilities in networks. But at the best of times, it can be challenging to get just right with all the configuration. And in the case of a wireless network, this is even more true. Take an example of working with real-time applications, such as Cisco Jabber or Skype for Business, where there are many QoS features to take into consideration to ensure that you get total quality results from these applications on your wireless network. For example, you may want to tune the EDCA parameters. You may need to configure call admission control. You certainly will want to make sure you're using the Platinum profile, and then you'll want to tune that profile to make sure that non-WMM traffic is given the lowest priority and doesn't interfere with your high priority traffic. You'll then want to create the AVC profile to make sure you're identifying and correctly marking those important applications. And then you will attach that AVC profile to your wireless LAN and enable it. Then you will want to look at your DSCP to up mappings to make sure they are correct and follow best practices. And lastly, you want to ensure that you're trusting DSCP in the upstream direction. So how does APIC-EM help you to automate the configuration and deployment of these features across your network? Let's begin by looking at our wireless LAN controller in the default configuration. This is a WLC 5508 running the latest 8.3 image. Now, notice when we go to our wireless LAN that the QoS policy is set to the basic silver or best effort policy. There's no AVC enabled whatsoever. If we go under the wireless tab and we look at the QoS settings, we notice that the profile of Platinum that we want to be on has no customization. In fact, even unicast default and multicast default, which pertain to non-WMM traffic, are set to voice, which is not recommended as a best practice. Our QoS map is disabled. We are not trusting DSCP in the upstream direction, and everything is left in the default state. Even our application visibility and control profile is non-existent. So Michael, will you please take us through how we can use APIC-EM to push a best practices QoS policy down to our wireless controller?
For this demo, we will be using APIC-EM version 1.2. Let's first take a look at the topology page. Here you can see the entire layout of our network, which was automatically mapped out by APIC-EM. Today we will be using the Wireless LAN Controller 5508 to demonstrate how APIC-EM can push policy configurations to it. Now let's take a look at EasyQoS. The first thing you want to do is to create a new policy scope. Let's call it My First Policy. Click on the green check mark, and the policy was successfully added. Now from the Network Devices section below, drag and drop the devices that you wish to configure. In our case, the Wireless LAN Controller. The device was successfully added. Now click on the Application Registry tab, and you will see all the different categories of applications. If you click on one of them, it'll give you a list of all the applications associated with that category. You can also favorite an application by clicking the star button beside it. Basically what this means is that you are prioritizing these applications when pushing policy configurations to the device. For a wireless LAN controller, the AVC policy can accept a maximum of 32 applications. The favorites are used to identify those applications that will become a part of the AVC policy. Click on the tab on the right, and you will be able to see all the applications that you favorited. Now let's take a look at the Policies tab. First, hit Create Policy. Give it a policy name. Let's call it Policy 1. This page will show you all the applications that we configured earlier. There are 3 different categories: business relevant, which are the important applications to your business; default, which means neutral; and business irrelevant, which are applications that may disrupt your business operations. You can drag and drop these applications around into each of these categories as you wish. For example, you can drag and drop Skype from business irrelevant to business relevant, which would give it a correct QoS marking when configured. Now we are ready to hit Apply Policy, but just before we do that, I will open up a command terminal on the side. Type debug AAA TACACS enable, which will allow us to see the policy configurations being pushed to the wireless LAN controller in real time. Hit Apply Policy, and you can see all the configurations being pushed to the device. Now if we log into our wireless controller and go to WLAN, click QoS, you can see that the QoS has now changed to the Platinum profile. Now go to Wireless, QoS, Profiles, Platinum, and you can see that the unicast default priority has changed from the default of voice to best effort, thus preventing non-WMM traffic from getting priority treatment. Taking a look at the QoS map page, we can see that it now has all the correct UP to DSCP maps, and the Trust DSCP Upstream button is selected. Now go to Wireless, Application Visibility and Control, click on AVC Profiles, and you will see that an AVC profile was created. Click on it, and you can observe the specific policies created in APIC-EM has now been pushed to the wireless LAN controller. This concludes our demonstration. If you would like more information, please visit cisco.com/go/APIC-EM. Thank you.